and welcome to Davar Word. It is my pleasure to share with you what I have discovered in my walk so that we can learn and grow together. Amos 3:8. A lion has roared, who will not fear? The prophet Amos declares that there is no one who wouldn't fear a lion's roar. There were 3 people in the Tanakh who killed a lion: Samson, Benaiah, and David. In Judges 14, verses 5 to 6, while his father and mother went down to Timnah, Samson went to the vineyards of Timnah, and behold, a young lion came, roaring at him. Then the Ruach Adonai came mightily upon him, and he tore the lion apart, as one would have split a young goat. A roaring lion, seeking prey to devour, found Samson alone among the vineyards of the Philistines. It was swifter than a man. Samson was unarmed, but there was a stronger lion in him than the lion that was against him. The Spirit of God came upon him and gave him power to rip that lion apart. Samson was empowered to split that lion. 1 Samuel 17, verses 34 to 37. But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been tending his father's sheep. When a lion or a bear came and carried off a lamb out of the flock, I went out after it, struck it down, and rescued the lamb out of its mouth. If it rose up against me, I grabbed him by its fur, struck it, and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear, so this uncircumcised Philistine will become like one of them, since he has defied the ranks of the living God." Then David said, "Adonai, who has delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." David rescued lambs from being carried off by a lion. He went out after it. He chased it and struck it down, and rescued the lamb out of the enemy's mouth. God delivered David from the paw of the lion. David had confidence in God's deliverance. God prepared David for his battle with Goliath when David was just a lowly shepherd. A lion attacked the lambs, and David fought the lion and killed it. God had been preparing David to fight Goliath all his life up to that day. God calls us to be faithful right where we are, and then uses our faithfulness to accomplish greater things. If David ran scared at the lion, he would have never been ready to fight Goliath now. He proved to be faithful then, so he was also faithful to fight Goliath. David increased in boldness. Firstly, in 1 Samuel 17, verses 26 and 29, he said someone should fight Goliath for a righteous cause. Then, in 1 Samuel 17:32, he said he would fight Goliath. Now, in 1 Samuel 17:36, David said he would kill Goliath. As a shepherd facing a lion, David had no idea he was being trained to fight a giant. Yet now, David looked back and knew that the same God who delivered him before would also deliver him now. David knew that God's help in the past was an assurance of his help in the future. 2 Samuel 23, verse 20. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, son of a valiant man from Kabzeel, who had done mighty deeds. Once, on a snowy day, Benaiah went down and killed a lion in the midst of a pit. Benaiah, or Benayahu, can also be called Ben-Yah, the Son of God. His father's name was Jehoiada, which meant that this man had the knowledge of God. Ben killed a lion on a snowy day in a pit. Going out in the snow was cold and wet. The ground would be smooth and slippery and uncomfortable to step on. Someone going out in the snow would be frostbitten and shivery. The air would be damp and biting. But Ben was bold and courageous. He did not mind the weather conditions. He was focused on killing the lion. He was more focused on having triumph and victory over the enemy. All three of these men defeated a lion. The adversary is also called a lion. In 1 Peter 5:8, Peter warned believers to stay alert, watch out. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, searching for someone to devour. The devourer walks around, seeking whom he will devour. Yeshua battled the lion in the pit of Gehenna and won the victory, just like Ben. The adversary spends his effort and energy intimidating us like a roaring lion. According to Colossians 2:15, he has already been defeated at the death and resurrection of Yeshua. Yet, the sound of his roar, his deceptive lies, are still potent, and he has the power to devour souls and rob believers of effectiveness. He comes against us like a roaring lion, loud and full of intimidation. He roars through persecution. He roars through strong temptation. He roars through blasphemies and accusations against God. He wants to devour his prey. A lion can never be content till he sees his prey utterly devoured. He would rend his prey in pieces and break his bones and utterly destroy him if he could. However, there is a greater lion that defeated this intimidating lion. In Genesis 49:9, Jacob prophesied over his son Judah and called him a lion's cub. A lion's cub is Judah. From the prey, my son, you have gone up. He crouches, lies down like a lion or like a lioness. Who would rouse him? Revelation 5:5, Yeshua himself is called the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David. He has triumphed. Rabbi Isaiah Horowitz taught that the first letter of the month of Elul, which is Aleph, the first letter of Rosh Hashanah, which is Resh, the first letter of Yom Kippur, which is Yud, and the first letter of Hoshana Rabbah, the last day of Sukkot, which is Hey, would spell Aryeh. Aleph, Resh, Yud, and Hey. Aryeh means lion. The roar of the Lion of Judah creates an awe within the human heart. This roar is the command to us to live more passionately, more purposefully, and more connected to the God who loves us. This lion's roar awakens us to the real purpose of our existence and serves as a trumpet call to us to live every day with purpose, passion, and genuine connection with one another. The Lion of Judah, Aryeh Yehuda, is roaring. Can we hear his thunderous roar? Thank you for joining me. I pray that this message inspires and challenges you. God bless you and your family. Shalom.